بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. اللهم انفعنا بما علمتنا وعلمنا ما ينفعنا وزدنا علما يا رب العالمين. أما بعد. So we were discussing, so again, one week when we discussed fiqh, we discussed like from the ibadat, the worship portion, and the other one that we discussed is from mu'amalat, when it comes to our dealings and our social interactions. And we were covering the chapter on nikah, and we were discussing about the rights of the wife, the rights of the wife. And this is the more important section for all of us, because when I get to the next section, then the whole masjid is going to be full. Because everyone wants to hear about the rights of the husband. Oh yeah, what are my rights? Okay, just because you heard them doesn't mean you're going to get them. Okay, that's a different story entirely. Allah make it easy for all of us. But I would like to remind everyone, inshallah, since we just discussed that briefly, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam reminded us that when people don't give you what you deserve, Rasulullah alayhi salatu said, "Wasallallahu, ask Allah Ta'ala for your rights." The most important thing, you have a deep connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because if you keep expecting people to, if we have this entitled mentality that people are always going to do whatever I want, you're going to have a very miserable life, beloved brothers and elders. In reality, people are not going to fulfill our haqq ever. In reality, only one who can fulfill our haqq is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah grant us understanding, inshallah ta'ala. But I want you all again to be a good husband. خَيْرُكُمْ خَيْرُكُمْ لِأَهْلِ. Rasul said, the best of you, the ones who are best to your wives. وَأَنَا خَيْرُكُمْ لِأَهْلِ. So this is important for us, inshallah ta'ala. I think I covered a little bit last time. And I think we actually reached the rights of the husband. But because I want to just mention this one point here, which I find very important, is that he should speak to his wife politely and deal with her with respect and dignity. He should overlook her shortcomings and weaknesses and not lose his temper over trivial issues. Right? It's very easy for us as husbands, especially because Allah made ghadab, like anger, like it's a quality that everyone has, that you can get angry, right? But it's not a quality that is like mahmood. It's not praiseworthy when it's used in the wrong place. When you get angry for the right reason, for the sake of Islam, for the sake of Allah Ta'ala, it shows, alhamdulillah, and it is accepted, right? But when we show anger against our wife, most of the time it's not acceptable. Why are we getting upset? Right? Oh, the salt wasn't right, right? Or this wasn't wrong. Or that, I was upset at my boss at work and then I couldn't say anything to him. So then I come home and I can say it to this wife that I have at home. She has to remind herself, brothers and elders, she's not mine. Okay. Alhamdulillah, she is, mashallah, under my protection. The Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he mentioned very much in the khutbatul wida', the final khutbah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam at the time of Hajj. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam told all the Muslims, he said, look, these wives that you had at home are like prisoners in your house. Rasulullah said, you jailed them in there. How dare you treat them miserably? Because she's not really, in reality, she's a Muslimah, she's Allah Ta'ala's slave, she's Allah Ta'ala's servant, and she's also the daughter of someone else. Do you remember that? I think some of you forget that, right? She belongs to someone else, right? If I were to pass away, she's going to go back to her father. So, beloved brothers and elders, you have to remember, subhanAllah, you have to, if you want your daughter to be treated well by a good son-in-law, treat, subhanAllah, the wife that you have with respect and honor. Because I tell you, everything that you're doing is going to reflect on the children. Wallahi, if you don't see the consequence right now, Allah will show us the consequence later on. And I mean it as a fact. I tell my wife all the time, I said, look, we don't get angry from the kids because they're going to remember it. And they do remember it. It's scary how much they can remember. They are always on record. It's crazy. We're scared to be on record, right? We're scared to be always like people are listening and things like that. Some FBI, CIA in the masjid, whatever, right? I tell you, subhanAllah, the children are recording all the time. And they're watching in a way that you can never imagine. They remember akhlaq and adab. So the way you treat, alhamdulillah, the way you treat your spouse, your wife, your daughter is going to expect that from her husband too. Right? And similarly, mashallah, the way you show your son how to be with, a sister or a woman, he's going to remember that as well. So remember, you're reflecting. You're always a teacher. Don't ever forget that point. So keeping this in mind, inshallah, listen, women, subhanAllah, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, إِنَّ الْمَرَأَةَ خُلِقَتْ مِنْ ضِلَعٍ. The Prophet said a woman is created from a crooked rib. Okay, this is a very profound hadith. People are like, oh, misogyny, whatever. Leave this bakwas, okay? Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was teaching us what? He said, listen, he's explaining it to his sons. His sons are before him. If my son was before me, I'll say the same thing. Boy, women are kind of crazy, And I'm going to tell you straight, they're going to say things that's going to, make you like, you were at like 0% anger and you just hit like 110%, like in a single moment. No one can push your buttons the way your wife can push your buttons. Wallahi billahi al-azim. Allah has given her some malaka, some ability that no one else has in the dunya, that she can do this, okay? Nabi Sallallahu speaking like this. He said to the husbands of the ummah, he said, listen, women are created from a crooked rib. He's not saying it's a defect of them. The rib is the closest to the heart. He's just trying to tell you that, listen, you're going to try to straighten it out, what's going to happen? You're going to break it. The Prophet said, to break it means you're going to divorce her. That's all that's going to happen at the end. You're going to get so upset, you're going to break her. And then you're going to think, I'm going to find another woman that's not a crooked rib. Come on, man. SubhanAllah, you're not going to find that. It's not going to exist. It's not in the dunya. She's like that. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, if you want to take benefit, you can take benefit. But if you try to straighten it out and like I want to fix her and stuff like that, there's no fixing. She has certain things, right? Listen, everyone gets upset. She's gonna say something, subhanAllah. Who else is she gonna yell at? You want her to yell at anyone else in the world? She should yell at you, right? You want to yell at another husband, another man in this world? La hawla wa quwwata illa billah. She can yell. She can say whatever she wants. I'll handle it. Hazrat Mufti Numan Sahib used to say there was once a time in this ummah, men used to handle 4 wives and 4 tongues. Subhanallah, you can't even handle 1 tongue. I was in that marriage counseling session. I was cracking up. It was so funny. He told that husband, he said that you can't even handle 1 wife telling you something. What kind of man are you? Subhanallah, you have to be understanding, beloved brothers and elders. Women are going to say things. They're going to sometimes make you lose your mind and things like that. What you to do immediately? Allahumma salli ala nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Get yourself under control, man. You're not an animal. Go make wudu. Stand up. Go somewhere else. Do this and this and this. Right? May Allah protect us. Right? I'm just mentioning one story. I have a lot of stories. I don't have enough time. And this is a kind of like small gathering. I'd rather more husbands listen to this. Right? The one time one wife called the police on her husband. Okay. And then subhanallah, he was outside at the time. She was so angry, he left the house. So angry, he left the house. She called the cops on him. Right? The daughter at home called and said, "Daddy, the police are outside." So then what did he do? He was just out there kind of cooling himself out. Now he's like fumed, right? And he comes back in the house and he says, "Look, what the situation could be very dangerous for a husband. Would it not be very dangerous?" So he comes in and he tells her, he's like, "Look, I didn't lay a single hand on her. There's nothing wrong. You can ask my kids, all this stuff, everything is fine, right?" And thereafter, the police said something so profound. He said, "The fact that you left the house and you weren't home at the time, this is the greatest evidence that we need that everything was fine." He said, "Listen, you did the right thing, that but you weren't there." And I tell every husband, look, you're gonna get angry. What should you do then? Just get up and move, man. Subhanallah. Come to the masjid of Allah Ta'ala. You know, subhanallah, you come for salah 5 times waqt, mashallah. I'll see you as a 5 times musalli, and I'll still think there's something wrong at home. But subhanallah, I will be very happy too. Allah will be happy with you, mashallah. Take a break, man. What do you think the 5 times daily prayers for you? So you can take a break from what's at home sometimes. Why we need it's sometimes a little bit difficult. Come outside, relax. And when you come back home, alhamdulillah, bring some flowers at home. No wife is gonna be upset at you. Wallahi, man. Subhanallah. Where's your romantic? Where is this Hollywood, Bollywood? Where is this? Where do we go? Where's your Shah Rukh Khan, man? What is this? Subhanallah, show appreciation, love, mashallah. People are gonna get upset. Just wait. Isn't that you? Can you be angry forever? You can calm down. So, beloved brothers and elders, inshallah, if any time it happens, inshallah, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam told us, look, if you're standing up, sit down. Sitting down, lie down. I don't know if you're lying down if she makes you angry. Maybe just go into the ground, I guess. I don't know. You make wudu, pray 2 rak'ah, take a little break. You can calm down, inshallah, and then you'll remember things. What are beautiful things? She's the wife of my kids. She's the mother of my kids. I'm sorry. She's the mother of my children. She takes care of my food. She takes care of my clothing. She does so much for me. There's so many things she does for you. You just forget it when you get angry. Don't let your anger control you. You're not an animal. Allah to give us tawfiq, inshallah. Again, it's going to happen. I wish I could tell you that you're going to find this amazing sister, Jannati Hurun Ain in this dunya. I wish. But from my humble experience, every woman studied from the same madrasa. Yeah. Every woman studied from the same school. I don't know how it happened, subhanAllah. And I hope this recording is never heard by any sister. But like, or maybe my wife will hear it and it's even worse. Like, what do you say about this? Allah to make it easy, inshallah. Be prepared mentally. You're going to have 99% of very happy times. 1% is like sometimes a little difficult. And what are you supposed to make at that time? Make sabr. May the grant us tawfiq, inshallah, make it easy for all of us.